at least pretend like you want to be here, okay? So, let's try this again. So, class.
Yes.
Thank you.
So you didn't give us a test from the paper.
What?
The paper.
The paper. Yeah, the paper. Yes, the paper. Come on. The
the
paper.
paper.
What the heck are you talking about? Man. All right.
The paper.
Yeah.
So italiano pen. Stupid cat.
Hey, the paper. The paper. All right, I have no clue what you're talking about. Anyway, all right. Okay, sine and cosine. So yes, on the previous set of notes we did tangents, and today's set of notes we're going to do sine and cosine. So for any acute angle in a right triangle, the ratio of the leg opposite the angle to the hypotenuse is the sine of the angle. For any acute angle in a right triangle, the ratio of the adjacent to the angle to the hypotenuse is the cosine of the angle. Now, I'm going to put it in basic English right here for those people that are trying to pay attention and not stare at their phone right now. That's you! Okay, so, look. We're going to set this up as a triangle. This is going to be a right triangle. This, I will call A, B, and C. You guys are drawing this, right?
Yes.
So, the side opposite the right angle is always my
Adjacent. No, hypotenuse.
hypotenuse. That's my hypotenuse. Now, this A is my reference angle. That's where I'm starting my point. Okay, so from A is a reference. So I'm going to draw another angle like that, going this way. So from that angle, it's all the way across, which is going to be my opposite. There we go. What you doing? Waiting on tape? Some people, right?
Hey, right here, right here.
Okay. Now, and the third side in this triangle is my adjacent. So, every single time I want you to do this, hey, worry about it later. Come on, pay attention here. Because I got people zoning out playing on their phone right now for some reason. So, right here, we're going to look at this. So now sine is the ratio of the opposite. So sine from A is opposite, so that is going to be this one over here, divided by hypotenuse, which is this one right here. So opposite divided by hypotenuse. Okay? That's all I have to do is write the fraction. That's it. That's all I have to do. Okay? Is write the fraction. Now, for the cosine, it says adjacent. So from A, adjacent is here, divided by hypotenuse, which is here. Make sense? Okay, so all we are doing is finding those numbers in my triangle and writing it out. Sine of A and cosine of A. So sine of A, so A is my reference angle. A is the reference angle. So I need to start by identifying all my sides. This side over here is considered the hypotenuse. So label that. This side, since my reference angle is over here at A, draw a line way over this way, and that one is my opposite. Opposite. And my third side, which is left over, is my adjacent. So we start by labeling our hypotenuse, then our opposite, and the last side is always going to be the adjacent. So, sine of A. So sine of my reference angle A is opposite. What value do I have for opposite here? 5 divided by hypotenuse, which is? Okay. As fractioned and as decimals rounded to 4 decimal place. So, this is what you're going to do. 5 divided by 13. Don't use the sign. Don't use the trig. Just 5 divided by 13. and 0.3846. So this one's about. Hey. No, you're supposed to be putting it in the calculator, not looking at whatever you're looking at right now.
Yeah, I know that. I'm putting it in.
Uh-huh.
Let me see.
Check his phone. Check his phone.
Yeah. Clear your browser history while you're at it. Next one. Cosine. ¡Cállate la boca! Okay, cosine of A. So I'm starting from A this time. And cosine is my adjacent over hypotenuse.
12.
So adjacent is going to be 12, and my hypotenuse is?
13.
Okay, so it's going to be 12 over 13. And then we're going to put those in my calculator.
It is 9, 2, 3, 0. No, 1, yeah, 1.
92.31, right?
Yeah.
Good.
That's it.
That's it? Is that pretty easy?
Yeah.
So the hardest part out of all this is identifying it first. Identify all your sides, and then you can just plug those in. Make sense?
No.
Yes? Okay, so I want you guys to try 1, 2, and 3. Write me out.
Okay, I will just get
Yes, because we're starting from A, so you start there. Yes, good.
El güey está ahí buscando pollo. Ahí
You're
se.
working on that right there.
No están comiendo tu casa.
So,
tío.
start by labeling them.
Hacen rama
Like we did here.
bomba.
So you're starting by labeling it. So starting from right here, just like we did right here, okay? So label, which one's your hypotenuse? See, yes. Okay, and label opposite. So if you're starting here, you're starting at A, which one's opposite?
Yo.
Yes. No. Opposite, opposite, opposite. So right here, draw a line, that one's opposite. And then that last one is? There we go. Alright, so you're gonna do this, so sine of A. So this over this, just like we found those numbers, and then plug in the calculator.
Listo.
Yeah, that's right.
You have to find the closest too.
That one's adjacent, okay? Okay, so this little mark right here means it's the same too. Tick marks mean that they're correct. I don't like this. So this is wrong. So redo it. Redo it. So square root 11. Hold on. Now go over. Now divide by. Nope, still. Back it up. Okay, so now do divide by. Ah! Back it up one more time. There you go. There we go. Now we split over the 6. See? See now. Look at that right there. Big difference.
Es la misma chingadera. Shut the what? Say it on my face, right here.
Dice que completely 100%.
You 100%, huh? Chicoto.
Yeah, you are, bro.
It's 11.
Come back.
From your angle. So we're starting from A, going this way, opposite. Yeah, so from here, all the way across, that's opposite. Last one is. Jesus.
Where are you going?
Robert, terminaste, güey. Ayudo. Ayudo, güey, estás guapo. Estás tan guapo. ¿Sabes?
Start by leaving. Let's try this first.
My A, B,
No, let's see, this, the hypotenuse. Okay, which one's the hypotenuse? Yep, label that hypotenuse. Okay, next one is going to be, since we're starting at A, right here, we're starting there, which one's opposite A? Yeah, so that one's gonna be opposite. This one is, Jesus, yeah. Careful, see, now we have to just put them together, so from sine of A, sine is opposite divided by hypotenuse. Make sense? Okay, so go ahead, continue from there. Yes, it's opposite. It's adjacent, so those tick marks mean that they are the same. Yeah. Yep, looks good. I'm just going around and making sure everything's set up. So I don't know what it is, like the numbers. Yeah. Did you fix it? Okay, opposite, so this is. This one should be 5.6. Okay, this one here, 2, because it says 4 decimal places, so that means 1. And this is 2. Okay, so you got, you know what you're doing. Yeah, right.
Güey, ese nomás. Si agarras, a ver, si agarras una vez, güey, te doy una big one. Sí.
So if you have the app, it should already automatically be there. All right, so let's see. So from my reference angle here, sine of A is going to be opposite over hypotenuse, so square root of 11 divided by 6, which is going to give me about, what do we get there?
Wait, three. No.
What's after the 7? There's another, right? We rounded the 4th one. And it says right here, round to 4. Okay. All right, the next one is going to be cosine of A is 5 over 6 is going to be 0.8333. Yes? All right. Keep going. All right, next one from A. So sine of A is going to be opposite, so it's 24. over hypotenuse 74, and that's going to give me about, what is it? Louder. 3428. You guys agree? So 24 divided by 74.
Sé que hay en
3243. Yeah. 324. There you go. And then cosine of A is going to be adjacent. So that is going to be 70 over 74. And that's going to be about 93. Another 3. All right, last one here. Now, the tick marks mean that these guys are the same. So that's what that means, that those are congruent. Tick marks mean congruent. They are the same value. So from here, sine of A, opposite, 20 square root of 2 divided by 40. And so what do we get there? 7. Okay, so like that. Cosine of A is going to be same thing. 20 rad 2 over 40. So all right, hopefully you guys find this pretty easy. Yes.
What you eat? What did you eat? I ate shit. Con ensalada, por eso dice shit. Oh no, I don't eat. Mister,
All right, you got a different one?
How many did you eat?
Yeah, thank you. All right, there's an issue. There's an issue before we move on, and so that's right here.
I did all of them wrong.
Okay, quiet please. Okay. All right, there was a problem right here on this one. So cosine 70 over 74 is 0.9 4 59. Like that? Okay. Why? Let me see your calculator.
You have a degree. No, I mean,
You put over 75. Should be 74.
oh, okay.
There we go. All right. All right.
Look at
Don't
this.
worry. Now, listen up, you guys. So now, this is where you look at your calculator and you see, okay, on your calculator right now, what mode is your calculator in? Is it in degrees or radian? Look at the top right. Oh, I'm sorry, top left on your guys. So right here, mine's in radian. What do I need it to be in? Degrees. So for those people that forgot,
It should tell us when to switch it over. Yeah, it doesn't state. It should tell us if we get confused.
huh?
It should tell us when to switch it. When we get confused.
You're never gonna switch.
Or we just stick to.
We're always degrees.
It never. It don't,
If you reset your calculator, it goes back to radian.
It resets everything because yeah.
We're only degrees in here. When you get into trigonometry, pre-calculus, or calculus, then you deal with radian. But as of right now, everything is in degrees. So, I'm saying that. Why do you think I'm actually trying to teach it to you right now?
Because we forgot.
Exactly. So, oh my goodness. Anyway, all right, there we go. So I just changed it so now my calculator says I'm in degrees. Okay, so now is the time that it's going to matter. Is any of these right here going to be affected if it was degree or radian? No. It's not going to affect your answers at all until you actually hit the buttons sine, cosine, tangent. That's where it will affect your actual answer right there. So when we start pressing those, you need to make sure your calculator is in degrees. So this next one says, use calculator to approximate sine 18 and cosine 18. Round your answers to 4 decimal places. So sine of 18 degrees now sine 18 right here, if you notice, it stays at sine 18. If your calculator is in the wrong mode, it will tell you sine 18 rad. If yours says RAD right here, you are RONG. See what I did there? Yeah. I know you. Okay. Anyway, so my answer is going to be 3090. And then cosine 18 degrees. So, cosine, I get 9511. There you go. All right, so you people are going to be doing the rest of these, but make sure it's in the right mode. So approximate each one. So you're just going to put in the calculator as is. You already done? Dang, good job. Tape. There you go. Tú, apúrate. Just plug it in the calculator. See, tu calculadora es radio. Es malo. Malo. No, no radio. Mira. Radios. Radios es bueno. Bueno.
This one. We didn't do that.
We didn't do the last one.
No, we didn't.
Cool around.
Uh-huh.
Hope so.
Wait a minute.
In the green Ah, it's malo.
I already switched it. I just exited out of the app.
Oh, okay, that's why.
Okay, yours in red, red. So let's change this right here. So home, go down, down,
¿Qué estamos haciendo?
down. Go to settings. Click on that one. Click on that one.
¿Pero qué vamos a hacer? ¿Nomás poner la respuesta o qué?
Change it to degrees.
Ah.
There you go. Now do it again.
Es
Sine
lo que me salió mi puta vida.
See, there you go. So, if you see this right here, yeah, that means you have to go back and fix it, okay?
All right, homie. Where are you at?
Le salió 9,999.
Yeah.
Digo, en la
Alright,
cuarta
get 'em.
¿qué te salió? Sí, a mí me salió 0.999. ¿Dónde?
All right. Hopefully you guys can help me out with this.
Grados.
Okay, number 4, what do we get? Let me see if I can actually make it a little bit bigger.
Es grado.
So number 4 point what? 5 what?
¿Quién quiere, güey?
You guys agree? Okay. Number 6. I'm sorry. Number 5. 8.
387.
Like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one. What is it? You guys agree?
Yeah.
Okay. Cosine 67.
3907.
3907. Everyone agree? Good. All right. Question 8.
9962.
9962. Yes? Okay. Cosine 13.
9744.
Sine 0.
0.
Cosine 0.
1.
There you go.
Ojalá que sí sea el test.
Is the test gonna be like that?
Yeah.
No, easy.
Okay.
No. It's too hard.
Have you felt the test?
Is this too hard? Okay.
Yes.
Find the length of the legs of the triangle. Round your answer to your nearest tenth. Now, we're going to actually find both of these using the values given to me. So starting with this, I'm going to label all my sides. So right here is my hypotenuse because it's opposite my right angle.
Yes.
This one over here is my adjacent. And not adjacent. That one's opposite. Sorry. And then adjacent. Like that. So my reference angle here is 25, right? Instead of saying A, I now know what the value is. Instead of saying A, I'm just going to say sine of 25 now. So now from this one, sine of 25 degrees is equal to opposite. My opposite is going to be little a divided by 34.
Yeah.
now we got it, the same type of problem that we were working with last week when we were doing the tangents. I need to try and get my variable, my a by itself. What am I going to do to both sides? I'm going to multiply both sides by 34. Because look, I always am going to multiply by what's on the bottom to try and clear out my fraction. So I'm going to multiply by 34. So 34 times the sine 25 is equal to my little a. Now, is my a by itself?
No.
Yeah, it's over there by itself, isn't it? And so now I can plug that in the calculator. So 34 times sine 25. And
14.369.
let's see what it says. Round your answer to the nearest tenth. So that's going to be 14.4. Because this is the tenth right here. This is only one decimal place. Tenth means one decimal place. So that 6 is going to make that one become a 4. So little a is 14.4. Now I'm going to do the same thing, but now I'm going to do it for the other one. So and now I have to try and figure out for b. So from my reference angle, right here, I have to use b, so that's going to use adjacent. So adjacent is going to be the cosine function. So it's going to be cosine of 25 is equal to little b, adjacent over hypotenuse, 34.
It doesn't flip.
No, it doesn't flip. So again, I have my 34 on the bottom, so I'm going to have to multiply both sides by that 34. So 34 times cosine equals b. Since b is now by itself, I can plug the rest of that in the calculator. So 34 cosine 25. And little b is going to be 30 point, what? Just 8. Okay? 30.8. Alrighty. You people are trying these practices right here. 12, 13, 14. Actually, for the sake of time, let's only do 12.
Oh, yeah, it's a long time.
Hey, tú.
Oh, no.
No, mira. Mira aquí. Tú. ¿Por qué? Set your pie hole and actually just do the work. Do your work. Turn around and do your work. Come on now. You don't want to have to do this again at summer school, do you?
No.
No.
I ain't coming to some school.
Okay. Then you're going to have to pass now.
Good for you, Bomba.
Hey, wait, you go to summer school, you go to the army.
I go for.
Dude! Stop! Stop sending messages. Dude! See. No. Oh.
You don't need to put all this. Put 5 times this, just put this and this put that.
I know that.
You finish all.
All right, for those people actually attempting to not have to go to summer school,
Joel.
that means you're actually doing your work, right?
Yeah.
Big Mac?
Bomba, you're gonna go to summer school.
We're finishing this. All right, so from this angle right here, we have, this one's my hypotenuse,
Yes.
this one is opposite,
Yes.
this one over here is adjacent.
Yes.
So I'm labeling it first and then doing my work. So I'm going to try and do the opposite and hypotenuse, so that's going to be sine of 74 is y over 5. Y, right here. Multiply both sides by 5. 5 times sine 74 is equal to y. What do we get? Hey, dude! Shh! 4.8, thank you.
I'm sure ask you a question. A question. Ask you what the
Why would you ask him that?
What?
Huh? Why would you ask him about that? So he wants to ask about that. Yeah, I actually know what that word is. So yeah, you want to, yes, thank you. Okay?
Oh, sorry, can't say that.
Next one is going to be adjacent and hypotenuse. So that's going to be cosine of 74 is x over 5. So I'm going to end up with 5 times cosine 74 is equal to x. And so x is going to be about 1.4. Okay. All right, so I'm going to leave it off there. I want you guys to start on this. Tomorrow we're going to have homework day so we can actually work on getting all this stuff in. And I'm going to start collecting notebooks from people. If you're caught up to everything, yes. If you're caught up for everything on this, I'll grade this one for you too. So I would greatly appreciate that so I could actually get a lot of these grades updated. All right, other than that, is everyone done writing this down?
Yes.
Okay, so I will go back up for those slackers that were gone.
Bomba, you gotta say, I can subscribe.
All right.
Like, subscribe, and
Like the channel.
Notification, right?
yeah.